So, what do you draw when you don't know what to draw, Kier? What a fabulous question. What a truly fabulous question. When you don't know what to draw, you stop drawing with this. And you start drawing with this. Because this never runs out of ideas. Believe in it and use it. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to just draw from the heart. Aren't we, Mr. Miro? Aren't we, Mr. Miro? Honestly, he's paying attention, aren't you? Let's draw. Welcome back. Today we're going to kind of talk a little bit more about this kind of drawing the feeling, drawing whatever. Because I've had so many questions about the sketch, the illustration, the doodle. What is the difference? And in my mind, as long as you're keeping your mind open, as long as you're keeping your mind fresh, then it's all linked in. You know, you've got to have this exploration, this kind of fun approach to your work. And what that will do is that will basically put you on a path to explore. It'll put you on a path to find something better. Now, everybody's got a jar of something on there. There's mine. You can see it on the top. It is basically a it's a jar of sludge, basically. It is my big jar. It's kind of like a giant big whiskey jar or something, you know. And what I do is I use that as my kind of sludge. And I use it in a way to, when I'm stuck, when I feel I don't know what to do, what can I do? I use it in a way to kind of get back to that childish feeling. And the way that it works, is that done? The way that it works is this. I take a big brush and I go yeah, I know it's childish. I know, everybody tells me it's childish, and I just make a mess. And the reason that I do it is it breaks that process of what will I do? What will I draw? What will I draw? The white paper staring at me. And this gives us a beautiful feeling of, who cares what you draw? You just made a mess. And you can dab it around. You can kind of build a texture out of it. And the reason for it is simple. I want something to present itself to me. This is what I'm going to draw today. Okay, well, you know, I like that. I like the way that it's kind of exploded on the paper. I like that. In fact, that was better because it was a bigger brush, wasn't it? You know? What is that? What is it? And the more I do it, the more I feel there's something there. There's something coming. And I'm thinking, I like it. I like it. Okay. And then that starts to make you think, what is in this paper? What image is hiding in this paper? And that's something that is quite an exciting process. Because now I've got to draw something on top of something else. Something that's been given to me. And I always feel that comes from here. That's about you putting down something and you working from it. Okay? Now, I'll spray down my paints. There's my little cheap paints. They cost like £1 or something. And I use these as a great sketching thing. And usually when I'm in a sketchy mood, I spray them down with some water so they're always there. They spray them with water, they're starting to get ready, they're starting to say, Kieran, we're here. If you want us, we're here. Okay? And the trusty pen. There's your nib for today. A nice straight one. Okay? And I'm going to start to work into it. What can I see from it? What is there? What is hiding? What could I get from this image? So, start to build from it. Right, well, maybe I need some more hair there. Okay, let's have a little bit more hair. Okay, and you're not thinking about what is going to come. You're just trying to think of, like, for me, this gives me the feeling that it's some kind of, like a huntsman, and he's got that big kind of bear rug on him, or something like that, you know? So, I'm going to start to kind of right. Right, now, as I've done that line now, it started to make me think. Maybe it's some kind of beast. Maybe a huntsman is kind of like too simple. Maybe it's some kind of maybe it's like a kind of I don't know. Right, okay, I'm starting to get this feeling that maybe it's like a kind of okay, I'm just going to go crazy here. I'm just going to say it's like a bull man. You know, like those kind of Minotors or something. And I'm going to try and draw it in a... Okay, so that's starting to give me a really nice feeling. So it's kind of suggesting that maybe that head is quite big, so maybe the body should be a little bit bigger. So you take your brush. You start to build that body out. And this is the beautiful thing about this. You're not wrong. Whatever you do, you are not wrong. You are basically just finding a drawing. I'm just dabbing that down so that it will speed up the drying time. Now, I really like this feeling here that I've got. Now, it's not my usual thing, but that's where it comes from. This whole idea that you're kind of building something out. You're kind of just going from what you're feeling at the time. And this drawing is not going to be one of those type of drawings that is kind of showing your grandmother type of thing, or saying, hey mom, I'm going to frame this for Christmas or something. This is about you. This is all about you. And this is about exploring your mind, exploring whatever you're feeling. And as you're just drawing away, you're kind of talking with yourself a little bit about this. Not too much, because you go a bit mad. but start to think, well, maybe it is. Maybe it's a maybe it is kind of like a Minotaur type creature, you know. And the good thing about that also is that nobody knows what a Minotaur looks like. It's a mythical beast that we've kind of been introduced to. And you're kind of like exploring this idea of one. Now, the way that dot has landed there, can you see that? That's kind of given me the indication that is a nostril. So I'm actually going to bring that back, and I'm going to kind of start to work into it. And the gentle side of this nib is that you can really get some really nice little kind of cross-hatching type feelings going on here. And you can really start to shade in very, very gently this creature that you've created. And it almost has a little bit more of a realistic feeling to this drawing. And again, it's something that I'm not really very kind of familiar with. I don't really get into that type of drawing, but there's something beautiful about this feeling. And the more you kind of explore it, the more you're starting to think, I could never have planned that. I could never have thought that through. You know, I'm sitting here drawing funny cats and funny goats and whatever, and all of a sudden I've got this kind of beast. Now I kind of feel like there should be an arm here. And this is where all those kind of lessons of your kind of anatomy drawings and stuff like that start to come into it, and you start to think, well, I want to have a realistic styled arm. Now this is definitely not the type of paper to draw it on. I grabbed a very thin piece of paper. It's like a 160 or something, and I just was trying to have a feeling about, I was just going to draw something as I usually draw, something cute and funny. But in the end, it started to be a little bit more of a serious thing. Now, again, this is what your inner is telling you to do. And that's where things become very, very special for your mind. Because I never draw stuff like this. It's not really my cup of tea, you know. But today, something is telling me, today this is your cup of tea. Today, draw something different. Now, I've got lots of drawings to get on with, so I don't know what my mind is telling me, but, you know, maybe my mind is saying, hey man, take it easy today. Don't get into all these hundreds of illustrations that you've got to do. Just relax, just draw whatever comes to your mind, whatever to your And it's kind of interesting how your mind works, isn't it? I mean, you could even, if this dries through, you could actually start to put some color in there. You know? That's why the drawings are ready there. He's kind of like, maybe he's kind of like sitting down, maybe. Can I do a little bit more there with that? Maybe he's just kind of sitting. Maybe he's sitting kind of thinking about the world. How the world's kind of been mistreating this kind of creature. There's the other hand. And again, we're just gonna shade that in a little bit, as it's more of a kind of in the foreground. we've got this type of feeling here of a very sad creature sitting down. And again, I'm trying to be kind of a little bit more kind of realistic with the approach on this. And he's just kind of sitting there. How about an odd drawing to do, Kieran? But by using this method of just going with whatever comes out of your pen, whatever you throw on the paintbrush, it gives you this kind of feeling that sometimes you plan something out. It might be beautiful, but it might also still be the same old stuff you draw. And sometimes just by relaxing things down and getting into a mood that is just sketchy, you know, we're just sketching out some ideas and some thoughts. We're just having some fun. And this is definitely a strange sketch for what I usually do. And I'm really pleased that it happened. Because what it's doing is it's giving me this feeling that sometimes when you kind of dig deeper into this kind of sketch side of your psyche, this kind of side of your drawing that is just drawing it, that sometimes you come up with something that's very unique. I'm going to kind of give him a long tail. And I'm going to give him a long tail because I want to do another one of those. Bash! You can tell I love doing that, can't you? That's why in my house all the clothes has got ink on it, and all the walls have got ink on it, and everything's got, the cooking pots have got ink on it, everything's got ink on my house. And I'm just going to draw like a tree stump or something there. Maybe he's just sitting down on this tree stump, just thinking about his day ahead. What's going to happen? Where's he going to get his breakfast, you know? Is there anywhere close here that does a good egg bacon? And this is where the beauty of art comes from. This is the whole beauty of being an artist, is that you can just explore, and things don't need to get serious until the bills come in and there's somebody arriving at your door with a shotgun or something, you know. But relax, just let the whole drawing just develop. And that's a really, really lovely part of my job, is sometimes, you know, sometimes I find that when I've got illustrations to do and things are getting quite stressful and deadlines are coming in and everything gets really, really heavy, sometimes it's good just to say stop. Right, get a piece of paper. Just splash. Just relax. Just draw something. Draw anything, but not what you're supposed to be doing. You know, like a little kind of child at school, you know, don't do your homework, read that Superman book or something. That's a very unusual drawing, I must say. But I'm really, really, really glad that I did it. I'm really glad that this has come out. And it's a very, very beautiful, quite sad almost. I feel like it's a little bit of a sad drawing. This kind of bull man here. Let's just darken up that eye so we can kind of... I'm just putting a few little hairs around the face there just to kind of... It kind of softens in a little bit from all that hair on his back. And well, there we are. What a fabulous morning sketching. And that's what this is. This is a sketch. This is a thought process. This is a just drawing from the heart, whatever comes out, whatever you feel. And sometimes you'll do your best work that way. Sometimes you'll draw something and you'll think, oh, you know what? That is so good. I need to draw a whole book on Minotors. Or something. Fabulous. This just drawing stopping to look down at a little flower. Wouldn't that be pretty? The whole beast has just come to a stop to look at this very pretty little flower. It's just there in the grass. He's just stopped to look at it. Now, from these kind of sketches that you do, you learn a lot. You really do learn a lot. You learn about relaxing your mind, listening to your heart more. And that's really, really, really an important lesson. It's important because you need sometimes to break away. Miro, don't eat the mail. He's got a thing at the moment where he likes to eat the mail before I get to it. Like it's the enemy or something. Crazy little beast. There we are. It's coming up nice, isn't it? Well, there you are. There's a fun little quick sketch. People have been asking me to draw something unusual. Well, that is definitely unusual. And remember that this comes into the same bracket with a lot of those things that we talked about with a sketchbook. About draw. Don't think, draw. Because you're just putting a lot of stress on your own mind. You're putting far too much stress. I see some of these people like panicking about drawing this and panicking about drawing that. You know, when you were like 6 years old, did you really panic about what you were going to draw? Nah, you didn't. You was just like, I'm going to draw a tiger. I'm going to draw a Minotaur. It's like, that's the mentality you need to bring in. You need to bring in this relaxed, I'm going to draw because I feel amazing when I draw. And now I can start to feel like the paper is starting to fall apart because I chose a kind of a scribble piece of paper this morning. I wasn't supposed to be doing a drawing like this. I was supposed to just be drawing some ideas for you. Well, this is an idea for you. So, I'm going to put my name down here. Hide it away in the corner here somewhere. And you know, even if it's a sketch and you still want to sign it, do. Be proud of whatever you've done. And even if it's a little sketch, put your name on it. Sally did this. Jim did this. And it will build pride in your own feeling and your own thoughts, you know? Be proud that you did a romantic drawing that day. Be proud that you did two cats falling in love, you know? Be proud of it. And if you did sit through this drawing today, I hope you're going to relax this afternoon. I hope you're going to draw from your heart. I hope you're not going to be worried about what you're going to be drawing next. As you can see, that if you just let it happen, you might come out with a bull, a Minotaur creature. Looking at a daisy. That was really good fun. What a great way to just start the morning. Just relax and just draw something. Don't think about your work. Don't think about the illustrations you've got to do. Just relax. Oh, forgot his toenails. Dear, dear, dear Kieran. How could you forget his toenails? That's disgraceful. So, thank you very much for watching today. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. And I hope when I do these videos, you will get your little sketch pad out. And whatever I'm drawing, you just doodle along with me. Nice cup of tea or coffee or juice or whatever you want to drink. Just sit there and relax, get your sketchbook. And you doodle and you watch me and you doodle away. Isn't that a beautiful way of like sharing your drawing moments? I think so. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for all the subscriptions. We're over 900 now. And I really, really appreciate every single one of you. All the comments. I reply to all the comments too. So, come and join the drawings. Come and join the fun. And I'll see you all again very, very, very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.